Hawaii families could get some financial relief at the school cafeteria.
A bill introduced at the state legislature would focus on free food, breakfast and lunches at Hawaii's public schools. KITV4's Paul Drews reports on the impact this bill could have for island students and their families.
Who says there's no free lunch? And that's what public school students had during the pandemic, and that's what one lawmaker wants with the bill introduced this legislative session. Every morning, the McKinley High School cafeteria is a busy place as food service workers put together hundreds of meals. On this day for lunch, Terry Burgers. Even though students are once again charged $2.75 for these meals, their rate of participation in the food program has returned to normal.
So looking at pre-COVID to now, we do see that we're trending at about the same participation rates, about 20,000 breakfasts a day and about 80,000 lunches a day.
But there are more families struggling to pay for school food.
We are seeing a higher than normal negative balances across the state, and so we are seeing that this can be a burden to families.
To lower that burden, a proposed bill would make breakfast and lunches at schools free.
If we're targeting relief to middle-class working families with kids, probably the families being hit the hardest by the pandemic, this is a way to get a little more extra money into their pockets.
That could save individual families hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year, but it would cost the state millions.
If breakfast and lunch was going to be free, it would be $55 million just for that. There's labor, there's other operating costs that contribute to the plate cost. But food alone would be, a significant portion of that.
Hawaii gets federal subsidies for school meals, but it's not enough, according to Matayoshi.
Right now, we are well below the subsidy that Alaska is getting. So the current plan is to do an emergency kind of a supplemental funding to get us at least up to the point where, at least up to the federal funding level of Alaska, if not higher.
Those federal subsidies cut the cost, but they also limit food choices, which can lead to lower participation by students.
There are requirements that we need to meet in order to get those meals reimbursed. And so there are nutritional requirements, there's, food group requirements, and so, some kids don't like their vegetables, and of course that's going to be something that they might complain about. Whether or not the meals are free, one of the challenges that will remain is getting students to eat healthy food at schools. Reporting at McKinley High School cafeteria, Paul Drews, KITV4 Island News.